Hi, everyone, and welcome to Forever Active. I'm Roberto.
I'm Linda, and we are going to review with you some various lunge options. Now, there's a ton of them out there, okay,
Manny.
but we're going to just review the most common ones that you will see and probably do in your workouts.
Yep.
We're going to give you some pointers and some tips so that you do them correctly and so that you can get the most benefit out of them.
And speaking of benefits, lunges have tons of benefit, but the most important ones are improving your core strength, your lower body strength, your balance, and then something around activities of daily living, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, going up the stairs. What
Stairs,
else?
yes. Getting in and out of a
Yeah,
car, picking something up off the floor. We use our legs a
absolutely.
lot.
Absolutely. So let's start with the first one. So
Okay.
Linda's going to demonstrate. The first one is called stationary lunge because she's going to stay in the same spot. So starting position, feet shoulders width apart. Imagine that she's standing basically on two separate train tracks. Okay. Hips are square, shoulders square, and then she's going to step back with one leg. Make sure that the heel of the back leg stays off the ground. We'll show you in a couple of seconds. And then all she's going to do is lower herself down towards the floor and then back up. And then Linda's going to turn sideways so we can really see her posture, right, and alignment
Oh no.
as she's going to keep
I'm
doing
stressing now.
this movement down and up. Here we go, Linda. That's it. And a couple of things to notice right here. Her alignment between the shoulder, hips, and knee, especially at the bottom of the movement, right? Where we also see a 90 degrees at the front knee and at the back knee, right there. And always checking that with the back knee, the hip is always above more or less the knee. All right. Core is engaged, gaze is forward. All right. And the hips, think of the hips as an elevator going from the top of the building down at the bottom, then back up at the top. And do that one more time. And fantastic. Of course, she will do the other side for just the same number of reps. All right, let's go.
Balance it out a bit, right?
Exactly. Let's do the other side. Let's do the other option.
Speaking of balancing things out.
Yes,
All
exactly.
right, we're going to go on to some other options. So, the next one we'd like to discuss with you and review with you is a reverse stepping lunge. So, again, Roberto is going to start again with the feet hip width apart, and again on those railroad tracks. He's going to slide one leg back, then lower that back knee down towards the floor, rise up, and come back to starting position. He'll go to the other leg, sliding a leg back, lowering that knee straight down, rising up, and coming back to starting position. So you'll notice here again, we talked about that 90-90 position already. That's awesome. That's still happening there. Shoulder, hip, and knee in one line there at the bottom. And also as he lowers down, he wants to think about getting his front thigh and his back calf parallel to the floor as he does that lunge. Okay, and again, his abs are braced, his chest is lifted, his shoulders are back and down, his eye gaze is forward, and he really wants to think of himself right now as a carousel horse,
Yes, I
right?
like that.
Dropping
Yes.
straight down and straight up.
Yes.
And that is your reverse stepping lunge. So again, he's stepping back into the lunge.
Great. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3, side lunges. Okay, great exercise here for glutes and also for your inner thighs as well. So, Linda, again, starting position is again feet shoulders width apart, and then Linda's going to take a step out to the side. And then from there, she's going to push her hips back, softening the knees, almost like imagine that she's sitting back, and then come back to the starting position. Same thing with the other side. Good. And then we're going to push back. Now, Lindsay is going to turn sideways so you can see actually this better. As she's stepping forward, sitting back, pushing their hips back, keeping the spine nice and long. Come back to the starting position. Same thing with the other side. Right here again, alignment between the tailbone, spine, all the way to the tip of the head. Let's do one more on each side. Great job, Linda. Core engage all the time. Remember that. Make sure you exhale as you're coming back up. Push away from the floor. Step in. And that is your side lunge.
All
I
right.
think we have a couple more, right?
We do. So now we have the forward stepping lunge. We did a back stepping lunge, a side one, and now a forward stepping lunge. So again, we're going to start with those feet hip width apart. Okay, abs are braced. And then Roberto now will just take one leg forward. Again, it's kind of in that staggered stance, right? So he's just, again, pretending he's on railroad track. So he's not going to step forward like he's on a tightrope, all right? And he's going to turn sideways here for us now. There you go. Very nice. So again, he returns to start. He steps his foot out, lowers down, and then pushes off that front leg as he returns back to starting position. Again, shoulders, hips, and knee all in alignment. Actually, we'll have to do it on the front leg so I can show them that. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm liking that. Do it again. We want to keep you going, Roberto.
yeah.
We want to tire him out. Okay, so he lowers down shoulder, hip, and knee and presses back from that front leg. Again, abs are braced, chest is lifted, shoulders back and down. And you can tell that those are very effective and will tire you out.
They sure are. And we have one more, of course, right? So we're going to actually take the last one that we just did, and we're going to keep that motion going, right? So we call this walking lunges, all right? So you're going to need a little space for this, all right? So Linda's going to start by doing a forward lunge with one leg, and then she's going to pull herself back into starting position, and then switching leg, and continuing the same motion. So keeping the chest up, shoulders down, core is braced, then turning around again, depending on how much space you have in your place. And then again, make sure that when you push yourself up, you're pushing from the whole foot, mostly from the heel. Okay, when you reach the bottom, try to keep that 90 degrees angle with the front, the thigh, and also the calf and the back line. And that is your walking lunge, which you can do when you go for a walk with your friend, right?
Add some variety to the walk,
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
And
walk for a bit, then maybe do some like 10 walking lunges, walk another quarter mile, do 10 walking lunges.
Mix them up a little bit.
It'll make it really kind of vary your walk and make your workout a little bit more interesting.
Great. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.